4th of January. Happy New Year, everybody. New year, new background. I know some of you were saying it's a bit messy behind me on my Zoom calls, so we've had a bit of a clear out and found this from 2007, which was the 200th anniversary of the end of slavery, which William Wilberforce was one of my heroes, and he had a big, hairy, audacious dream that we'd see the end of slavery. 50 years he worked at it, and through God's grace it came to pass. And I'm praying for some big, hairy, audacious dreams for what we're doing in FaithWorks as well. So it's a good reminder. It also covers up a load of rubbish behind it, so serves two purposes. Thank you to those of you who are here over Christmas and New Year. Really appreciate your just holding the fort there, but doing more than that, helping those people who are finding it hard over that time. Thank you for your work over that point. And to those of you who were off, I hope the cheese is finished. Hope that all the chocolates are gone now, so that you're agile and like a coiled spring ready to go. Well, maybe. But here are three things that, for me, I think we want to focus on. One, COVID, done brilliantly so far, folks. But obviously, we are in a new world with new strains of the virus. We're hoping and praying that we're going to see the vaccine coming down the line not before too long. But in the meantime, just think it's worth us re-girding ourselves and making sure hands, face, space, cleaning, track and trace, all really up to the mark, so that we're protecting those we're working with and our volunteers and each other. So we'll have a little review this week of all of the different activities and the venues, just to make sure we're bang up to where we said we were going to be in those risk assessments before Christmas. But we don't want to be defined by COVID, so this is also a time of doing that little bit of praying and planning. Now, we hold all our plans really lightly, but do you remember we were talking before Christmas about some of the ideas? We want to be alongside people. We want to help them make healthy choices so that they never go back into their crisis. And that's some of the things that may then come out in terms of, we've got Recovery Day. Let's consolidate that and really make that stick. Stay safe, the green team, the workshop, all that training activity. We've got the stuff coming out the back of some of the ideas we had around food banks. Let's start sort of again thinking about plans for those. Many things. So let's just take a bit of time to plan through those. Trustees meeting on Friday. They're going to be talking about also some plans about what shape should we be as a charity of this size. And they're going to be talking about that. We've got the comms we want to do for this quarter. So if you've got an idea of what you want to be in either January, February or March's newsletter, we're going to try and get a press release out each month to go alongside the newsletter. So we want to get some stuff to Ruth on that in this coming week. And by the way, Ruth, ace film before Christmas. Thank you for getting that done and for using all the new tech to do that. It'd be nice to see some more of those films for individual activities. But thank you, Ruth. Great job. Lovely feedback coming back from that. And some new posts coming into play. We're going to be putting out there with the debt advisor that we want to come alongside the Claire and Dawn and the team to support them. And also you'll see there's a post coming out about an executive assistant for the trustee board and for myself. Just not many hours, but just to really help make sure those trustee meetings run really well and better than I can run them. So you may be able to help us find the right person for that. So we're going to work on COVID, make sure we're bang up to the mark. We're not going to be defined by COVID and have all those plans. But it's also it maybe feel a bit of a tough few months as we work through this time before vaccine comes round. So we want to help each other make healthy choices as well. You're not alone. If you're feeling a bit down, then it's great to have that team WhatsApp. So that thank you for those who pray and share on that. It's really encouraging. But we've got other stuff coming along. We want to get Richard Stamp back to do another session. He did that little spiritual refresh before Christmas. Worth doing another one of those, I think. And we're talking to Emily Bradbury about doing a breathing spaces session. If you're not sure what that is, well, we're going to be piloting something a morning just to give ourselves some space to think about how we are and how we work. That'll come down probably in February. Don't forget Jane and Nigel Lloyd are there. If anybody wants to talk with them, just maybe if you just want someone outside of work to talk to. And we've got our prayer times on Monday or on Thursday just after lunch at 1:30. It'd be great to see people on those calls to pray for each other and just to encourage each other. So do keep supporting each other. I love the way that we do that anyway, but I'm sure we're going to do that again. For me, there's a really nice little verse in the Bible, in the Message version of the Bible in Romans 8. And it says this resurrection life you receive from God is not a timid, grave tending life. It's adventurously expectant, greeting God with a childlike, "What's next, Papa? What's next, Dad?" I like that thought for the start of the year. So however you're feeling, I pray that over these coming days, you'll be able to turn to God and say, what's next, Dad? Take care of yourselves, and we'll talk real soon. All the best.